received a request to design and make something involving maple leaves. So this is what I came up with. So I'm going to do this in Aspire. Let me set up my dimensions of my stock. I had a piece of scrap that I figure, well, I'll use it. So setting the width, the height, and the thickness of the board I have. And accept that. And see, I'm going to make sure I'm off the machine bed. That's where I want to zero it off of. Alright, so I'm going to import a bitmap I found of a maple leaf. Open that. Make it a little bigger. Kind of click and drag. So now let's trace the bitmap. And let's just see how it does with the default settings. Let me preview that. That looks pretty good. See, there's a couple of little things outside there, but I'll go ahead and accept that. Let me move the picture out of the way a second. The bitmap. Get that out of there. And I think I'll delete that. I don't need it anymore. So, delete. Now I need to clean this up a little bit. And group all the onto the same layer. All these little dots I figure I'll get rid of, so I'm just going to do a select of each one using a click drag. Get rid of that one. Get rid of these guys up here. Just figure they're not going to be needed anyway. Get rid of those two. These two up here. Oh, I think I see a couple more. There's one. And let's get rid of this one over here. And I think there's one out here. Yep. Click and drag, get rid of that guy, delete. That looks pretty good. So there's the inside and then the outside. Alright, I'll go over to modeling and let's start making a model out of this guy. So let me get the outer part of the leaf. I'm going to do a flat topped put a base height on this thing, so I don't know, I'm just kind of ballparking it right now. Kind of look it over and see how I like it. Alright. Try 0.3. Let's name it maple leaf. I'll apply that. Now let's look at it in 3D view and see what it looks like. That doesn't look too bad. Let's make it a little bigger, a little thicker. Apply. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. So close that. Go back to 2D view. Now let's select the veins and do some modeling on that. I think I'll use a rounded profile on it. Just kind of start with just ballpark some kind of guess at it here right now. I'll limit the height. That way it didn't get too big. I'm just playing around here with see what I come up with. I'm going to name this the veins. Apply that. Let's look at it in 3D. That's not too bad. So let me make them a little lower. Try 0.01. Apply that. Another too flat on top. Yeah, I think that it's going to need to be adjusted. Not happy with that. So let's mess with the angle up here. Yeah, let's drag this and change it a little bit and see what we get. Yeah, it's Getting better. It's not bad. Let's apply that, I guess. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. And kind of gonna make these like two leaves hanging down, sort of. So let me move this over, rotate it around. So that's, I don't know, maybe about in that area. Let's try that. Okay, now I want to edit these nodes. Well, there's a lot of nodes. Let me go back over to design or drawing. It's fit to curves back better. Oh, that, see, that reduces the nodes a lot. Okay, let's do that with the veins. Same sort of deal. I kind of reduced it some. All right, and let's see. Go back into the 2D. Yeah, I just noticed, yeah, I'm going to make the stem a little longer, I think. Just got an idea of what I want to do when I tweak this. So let me drag that stem out. Alright, let's look at the 3D view. I'm going to get rid of these because I'm going to redo it, since I need to tweak this area right here, I believe, so that the bit can get up in there. So let's go in and edit these nodes. It looks kind of narrow there. So let me select some of these nodes. And I'll, there we go. Let's get that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Let's move it over, tweak that a little bit there. Yeah, that should be good for getting the bit up in there. All right, I think we can do modeling again. So select everything. Let me adjust the size a little bit. I'm going to have to put two of them on here. Move it over. Alright, let's do the modeling again. Do the flat top for the leaf. Set it to 0.4, which I liked last time. Let's call this maple leaf. I'm going to do two of them, so I'm going to make this the left one. Apply that. Let me look at it. Looks pretty good. Alright. Now let's do the veins. Rounded, I don't know, 0.0612, limit the height, maple leaf, veins, maple leaf, I'll make sure that I like the left, apply that, oops, I guess I gotta do that veins again. I screwed that up. Okay, look at the settings here. Call it maple leaf, left, veins. Apply. Now, let's see. A little tall. Let me lower that down. Yeah, 0.15, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think that'll work. Apply that. Close that. Alright, go back into 2D view. I want to pick everything here. Just going to select it all. And I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to mirror that, flip it about the job center and create a mirrored copy, flip it horizontal. Okay, close. Let's look at the 3D view real quick. Okay, I know I need to adjust that and stuff, but that's kind of the idea, the two leaves. Now let's, oops, I got too many copies here. Let me get rid of a couple here. Let's get rid of the second. Delete those. Let me select those. I think I didn't. Let me delete. Let me start over. Okay. I want to duplicate these two. So duplicate them. And I'll uncheck the left ones, and let me rename these. Well, start over again. Man, I keep messing this up. Okay, duplicate that. Now there's my extra ones. So let me rename that guy to the right. And then the right veins. Rename that. Right. And get rid of that one out there. I don't need that. Okay. Let me turn off the left ones. Okay. All right. Now I got the right ones picked. Let me flip those, but I'm not going to do a copy this time. Flip it horizontal about the job. Okay. And let's look at the 3D view. Okay, there's the other one. I got those ones still turned off. So let's look at them all. Okay. Now we gotta have to merge these. So I'm gonna move this guy up so I keep the rights together and the lefts kind of together. And here's the left ones. I'm going to bake those, and then I think I'll bake the right ones. That way it'll be easier to work with. Alright, now I just got my two right and left, and they're all baked together. Alright, I'm going to combine the right and do a merge into it. Alright. But I'm going to need to tweak this a little bit. Okay, but that's kind of the idea. And now I think what I'll do is I'll try to raise the left one up a little bit. I'm going to use go into the properties here. Now I'm going to use the tilt feature. So I'm going to let's tilt it from this direction. So should raise up this side. Let's just give it a little angle. And let's see how that looks. And I don't think I got enough there. Let's raise that up. Let's set it again. I think I got to go from this side to this side. Set. So we're in here. Drag the kind of tilt line. Alright, let's tilt it. Let's try 1.4 degrees. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, see, now we're getting there. See, it raises that one up, and the back side's a little lower. Yeah. Let me tweak that a little bit. Let's go little. Try 1 degree. That's pretty close. Yeah, so like the one leaf's kind of laying over top the other one. Yeah, it's not bad. Alright. Now, maybe I should mess with the other one a little bit. Let's do a tilt on this guy, but kind of the other direction. So let's kind of go from here. Let's pick just an arbitrary tilt line. Let's try, I don't know, 0.4 degrees. Yeah, see, that kind of makes this one down a little lower. That's not bad. It looks like 2 leaves. 2 maple leaves. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. Let's go look at the drawing here. And now what I want to do is I want to draw some cutout lines here. So I think what I can do is, let's go back into modeling and draw a line around all this. So it's a combined, yeah, create a vector around this. Alright. And turn those off, and there's my, I just want to deal with this outside vector. Alright, get back into 2D view, and I'm going to have some inside cuts and some outside, so I need to break this apart, I believe. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to ungroup these, and now I can get just that piece and that piece. Those will be the inside cutouts. So let me group those. I'm going to copy it to a new layer. No, I'm going to move it to a new layer. I'll call this inside cutouts. Or inside cuts. I'll just pick red. I don't need it visible right now. And this whole thing out here is going to be our outside cuts. So let me move that to its own layer. Alright, let's call it outside cuts. I don't know, let's pick blue. Alright, okay. Alright, now let's look at the layers. There's all of them on. Let's turn off original layer. Yeah. And then there's the original layer. Alright, let's set the toolpaths. Let me set my thickness to my Z. If you hit Z and hit equals, bottom left corner, I'm going to make the gap above it pretty shallow, so it, yeah, we'll just pick 0.01, so there's a little bit of, so if there's unevenness in the board, it'll still machine it off. Alright, let me bring up both of these views here, side by side. So, we're going to do, let's do a 3D roughing pass. We'll use a 1/4 inch ball nose, 3D raster. Let's just calculate that. Oh, but I got to pick the vectors. Let's go back, turn everything back on. Alright, I'm going to pick everything and do a cat. Alright, I'm going to keep messing up here. Alright. Let's turn everything back on there. There we go. And I get the 3D roughing pass. Let's preview that and see. Preview the selected path. That's kind of going to do what I want a little bit there. All right. So let's do another path. We're going to calculate do a finishing path on this one now. That should get the finer detail for me. Once it gets done calculating, okay, let's preview that. Now we should start getting a little more detail out of it in the preview. That's looking pretty decent. Yeah. All right. I don't need that layer on, so now let's do our inside toolpath. So I want to go all the way through the board. I'm going to use an 1/8 inch down cutting bit. And this is an inside cut. So let's calculate that. So this should cut on the inside. There we go. Double click those and you can get rid of them to see how it on a preview. That's not bad. Alright, now I got to do the outside. So select those. Let's do a profile toolpath. I'm going to go with the Z depth, 1/8 inch. I'm going to do an outside cut. So not inside this time. Calculate that. And let's preview it. Double click the outside. You get rid of these little extra pieces, waste. There. That's kind of what I'm wanting to get at. So that's not too bad. I think that's kind of the idea. See if the customer likes that. All right, let's go out to and they liked it. Let's go out to the Axiom AR8 Pro and let's machine this. Yeah, lining up my board here. Put it out on the. I'm gonna screw it down so that to my waste board. All right, got this sped up. There's no time, no need to watch all the nitty gritty. Let me zero my bit. This is the 1/4 inch round over ball nose. Sorry. All right. And just kind of watch steps through the rest of this.